Hey guys, odd causes of death, part 2. Now, causes of death can be very vague sometimes and are maybe just a good guess because you don't always know exactly what happened. My favorites are when we go back to like the 1800s. You have like milk poisoning, where the milk from the cow that had eaten a plant causes a death. You've got Bright disease, which is actually kidney disease. Consumption, which is tuberculosis. One of my favorites ever, visitation by God, which just means they died of natural causes. Mortification is gangrene. You've got necrosis. You've got nostalgia, which is actually homesickness. And yes, occasionally that is listed, just like heartbreak, if maybe your partner has died and you die of a broken heart later. Scrumpox is one of the uckiest maybe terms. It's part of the herpes simplex. There's change of life, accidentally run over by a wagon. I love it. There's all sorts of odd ones because they were more descriptive. Asphyxia, hanging, suicide, unsound mind. They just weren't right and they took their lives. And then my favorite unknowns are just found dead, unknown, no medical attendant. Then you've got jumped in river, not a good swimmer. Although Jack Daniel's death certificate, if you didn't know this, only lists blood poisoning from operation. The full story of the distiller's death is a little unusual. Apparently, in frustration of not being able to open his safe, he kicked it, injured his toe. The resulting infection was responsible for his death. The safe is actually on display at the distillery in Lynchburg. So if you're ever there, go to find it and you know what the true story is. We've got sore eyes. I just love, back in the day, the causes of death were far more descriptive, like eaten by a bear at a circus. So nowadays it would say something like exsanguination, which is blood loss, following accident, and not even have the bear or the circus be part of the story. Which, come on, you want to know the whole story. We've got general paralysis of the insane, which was another one for syphilis. You know, doctors aren't always able to tell specifically what has happened without an autopsy, and those are only required in a suspicious or unattended death, if deemed necessary. So even an autopsy doesn't always tell what a person cause of death is. And I think that frustrates a lot of people because we think that a doctor should just be able to tell us exactly what happened and how that body got to death. But sometimes the body malfunctions and it doesn't leave a trace. Another one is called born rotten. We're assuming it's a child's death in utero, but a terrible way to phrase it. So there's so many of these that come across. A lot of them are back from the 1800s or early 1900s. But what are some of your favorite odd causes of death you've seen on death certificates or heard about?